Roman Reigns' Money in the Bank opponent seems to have been revealed. Plus, MJF has been removed from all of AEW's advertising. Plus, we have injury updates on CM Punk, Bryan Danielson, and Adam Cole, baby. It's all in the wrestling news right now. Roman Reigns' next opponent seems to have been revealed. It was last night on Raw we found out who he's going to be squaring up with next.
It was a segment of Ms. TV. Maurice came back. She was full of the je ne sais quoi, the va-va-voom. She looked lovely. Out came Riddle. He said, "Hey, Wendy, I miss you, Wendy. But woman, I'm sick of taking on your minions, woman. So, woman, I want to take that ooh-woo from you, woman."
Is he Waterboy? Starring Adam Sandler.
Gotta keep hydrating.
Yeah, Riddle sizing up Roman Reigns for the uwu. This is something that was reported a little while ago from a couple of sources that kind of Roman's next few opponents have been mapped out, and this is kind of number one on the totem pole for him, and it's a match between Riddle and Roman. Your thoughts on Riddle versus Roman, seemingly at Money in the Bank?
Yes, good. Yes, very good. Because you look at people who are just popular in the WWE today, and there has been very few things more popular than rated. Well, I said rated Arcade Bro there. That's an amalgamation of many things. Just Arcade Bro. They have been at the top of the popularity charts, I would suggest, for quite some time now. It's horrible what's happened to Randy Orton. I hope he's okay. Is that a real thing where they're saying it could be his career over, or is that just a bit of storyline?
I don't think I think he's probably a little bit banged up, but I think this is a bit of storyline shenanigans to give Randy a little bit of a break.
So they've been given a massive lemon there. Let's make some lovely lemonade with a Riddle Universal Heavyweight Undisputed Championship thingy.
Undisputed thingy. and it's a thingy that we haven't really seen.
No.
And I'm all for like refreshing the title scene a little bit. So whilst we're not seeing Roman Reigns compete as much, at least some of the matches that we're getting are fresh ones.
And new faces in that scene is very much needed, as we say on multiple news videos every week. The top of the card is sparse, especially when you get an injury to someone like Cody Rhodes. Yeah. It becomes even more sparser. Obviously, we saw Montez Ford have a sort of tryout match against Roman a little while ago now, but it's like he passed that with flying colours, in my opinion. So maybe Riddle could have a similar performance here. I don't see him winning. It would be a massive shock if he did win. But then again, we did see the Judgment Day end on Raw last night, which I thought was a welcome shock. So who knows? Stranger things have happened.
We'll keep an eye on that one. The Usos also have their next opponents mapped out by the looks of things. Street Profits beating them in a championship contenders match. We can't say non-title match anymore. We'll get boiled.
They're stupid now. That was Becky Lynch on Raw a little while ago. Why did you have to beat the champion before to have a match with the champion, she said. And I agree.
Vince losing his mind goes, stop reading the script. There's a very good chance this is going to be the match for Money in the Bank because Street Profits are on the poster and the Usos are undisputed tag team champions, so it would make sense to put this on pay-per-view. Give them like half an hour just to go wild.
Who cares who wins? It'll just be fantastic, won't it? I said this with the Young Bucks when Kenny Omega was the champion in AEW, but I really can't see the Usos losing those titles before Roman loses the big one. Because I think it'll sort of lessen the impact a bit of Roman losing his if his little minions are having their downfall beforehand.
This is the thing, like we talk about how we want to see like new champions and new challengers and refresh things and stuff like that. Now the tag team division is always a bone of contention within WWE because they never seem to put much effort or much stock into it. And so we always seem to see combinations of the Usos, the Street Profits, and the New Day all fighting. But you know what? And this is why it's nuanced. It's not just a case of they are the same matches, therefore equal bad. Street Profits, Usos, New Day, any combination of them, they always have bangers.
Yeah.
they change it up each time. They have fun each time. Never mad about seeing a combo with these three, ever.
No,
ever.
not at all.
So they'll have some fun at the show. We do have one title match officially rubber stamped for Money in the Bank, don't we, Ross?
Thighs. Bianca Belair will be taking on Rhea Ripley. I read Twitter on Sunday night. You were all doing it. I saw you.
Kept talking about cake.
Peaches.
It's not a bakery.
Do I
look like Greg's?
Yeah, Ripley last night on Raw defeated Doudrop. She did the riptide to Doudrop. It was very impressive because on the way down she sort of went and got a second wind and sort of lifted her up again. It was very impressive indeed. Alexa Bliss and Liv Morgan. What? Oh no, she defeated all three of them. I didn't even read the sentence. I just saw the riptide.
You saw the riptide. Yeah, it was a four-way. Doudrop, Bliss, Morgan, all getting amongst it. And there was a phenomenal strength bit with Doudrop and Ripley, which is big. Just little moments in that match with Ripley, and each of those people just kind of emphasizing like Ripley's dominance, and that all came after they booted Edge out of the Judgment Day. So like there's extra heat on Ripley going into that. Absolutely the right next challenger.
Oh yeah,
absolutely the right way to go. Had they not done that, I'd have had Ripley win Women's Money in the Bank. But then the whole thing of Edge guiding Priest and Ripley to respect Money in the Bank wins is redundant now because Edge is no longer in the Judgment Days. It's going
to be interesting to see the build that new Judgment Group Bullet Club thing has over the next little while, because if they get the right momentum, Rhea Ripley could be the lady to take the title off Bianca Belair. I want a job on Raw commentary. But I think back to, I see those two names.
Commentary of the year.
That beat Jim Ross twice as much. I think back to NXT TakeOver Portland. I think it was just before Lockdown in 2020. I think it was.
Yes.
Where Bianca Belair was just shoehorned in there for no good reason against the champion Rhea Ripley, who had just taken the title off Shayna Baszler, and everyone was behind Rhea Ripley, who was going on, of course, to face Charlotte Flair at the WrestleMania. That feels like so long ago, but it's wonderful to see how far Bianca Belair's come, because I just see on Twitter when she's wrestling now, generational talent is mentioned everywhere. Generational talent, inspiration. She's the one.
She's absolutely shone, and she's grown. It doesn't feel out of place in anything that she does on Monday Night Raw. She feels like she's exactly where she needs to be right now. And also, you mentioned it right there, and it did occur to me seeing Rhea Ripley become number one contender. I'm delighted to see Ripley having a title shot when Charlotte is nowhere to be seen.
Oh yeah.
And let's keep Ripley and Charlotte away from each other, because it feels like whenever Charlotte's in there with Ripley, that's some lovely momentum you've got there. Would be a shame if somebody took it.
Have a lovely year-long honeymoon, Charlotte Flair and Andrade.
Get on one of those cruises around the world 8 times. See you in a bit. MJF. Going to touch on that and then touch on that. I printed them in the wrong order. Just when you think I'd missed that big chunk in the middle. MJF. Now, this is turning into, like we've talked a lot about, is it a shoot? Is it a work? If this is kind of leaning towards it being a work, but you know what a phenomenal work.
I don't care. I don't care. I like the fact that people are having a discussion. Is it real? Is it a work? It's been a long time before we've said that in the wrestling. Is it real? Is it fake? I don't care. It's compelling. Always the stuff that goes on behind the scenes is 10 times more compelling than what goes on TV, in my opinion anyway. And this bleeding reality and all that sort of stuff, it's a welcome thing, Tom.
I've enjoyed the discussion that I've had online, which has varied from don't be stupid, of course it's a work, and don't be stupid, of course it's a shoot. PW Insider add more fuel to this, saying a source at Warner Brothers Discovery has confirmed to them that late last week there was an edict issued to remove MJF from all promotional spots and commercials for AEW programming going forward. He's being edited out of spots for TBS and TNT. There are existing spots with him that have been officially pulled, but some may still slip through the cracks as they transition to newer ones. He's obviously not been mentioned on any AEW programming. He's been unfollowed on Twitter. His merch has been pulled. You know what? In this day and age, whatever the outcome, in this day and age, if you can get, folk like us, like sexy aggregators like us talking as much as we are.
See you later, aggregator.
See you later. That's good. Get that on a t-shirt. If you get us to, then fair play.
Yeah.
In this day and age, if you got us questioning, we read it for a living, like fair play.
I mean, I'm firmly in the work camp still as we're sat here on this fine Tuesday morning, but if they're going to work Warner Bros. Discovery in that merger, which it looks like they're working the bloody things as well. They're going, to be fair, they are pulling out all the stops and they're giving all the little details that you would do if it was real. I still need to find out how they got away with the F-bomb. How did they approach the networks and go, would you mind if we just dropped an F-bomb?
On the night as well, where like the execs are there for the first time.
Yeah, how did they do that?
Welcome to our company. This guy's going to drop the big F in a minute.
Yeah.
Is that all
you
right?
think about all the things they're not allowed to do on weekly television that we've read, maybe more on the WWE side, but I guess a lot of that will apply to AEW as well, just because of how networks work and whatnot. How did they get an F-bomb through? That's what I want to know. If you know, let us know down there. You sassy aggregators, yeah.
PW Insider also reporting on some injuries within the AEW lot. What a snake bit month or so it's been for the wrestling.
Bloody horrible. They're all going down.
They're all going down in an earlier round. What have PW Insider said about CM Punk, Bryan Danielson, and Adam Cole, baby?
CM Punk needs surgery on his foot. Without the surgery on his foot, the foot will not heal correctly, so the surgery needs to happen in the not too distant future. Obviously, the interim champion will be crowned on the the Forbidden Door after some Dynamite and some New Japan shenanigans. So read into that what you will. Adam Cole, it's an amalgamation of many little things that has just left him banged up. Bryan Danielson, there's still no confirmation if the rumours of the concussion suffered at Double or Nothing in the Anarchy in the Arena match is true or not.
Now, the concussion rumours started because the thing that came from the Fightful Select report was that Bryan Danielson couldn't fly, which normally means a concussion.
But it could also mean an arm injury because he can't flap.
A broken wing.
A broken wing.
Broken wings, I'm falling. There's an Alter Bridge song. You're welcome. Both Cole and Danielson back in time for Forbidden Door. So chances are they may be factored into whatever's planned for that show, for the big New Japan show. Whether or not they'll be there in time for the Battle Royal, the match they're doing to determine who will face Jon Moxley.
Yeah.
To determine who will face the New Japan contingent at Forbidden Door. It's a fun time, this interim championship malarkey.
Admin is fun.
Admin in wrestling, eh? Admin in the wrestling. And we'll have more wrestling news throughout the day at cultaholic.com. WTF Moments is back and it's on the channel now.
It is, yeah. We put the WTF logo back in the thumbnail so you won't miss it, because last week with Double or Nothing, a few people have said, we missed the video because it didn't have WTF in the thumbnail. And I've been trying to trick people into thinking it's an actual highlight from the show without putting the thumbnail, the logo in the thumbnail, because that's what a lot of YouTubers do now. But because it's me, it can't work for me, can it? Nothing works for me anymore. It's a tough time.
You're doing great, sweetie.
It's on the channel now.
Yeah, look, it's there. It's there. Yeah. And you get a little bit of YouTube dark arts in your wrestling news today.
Algorithms and that.
You're very welcome.
It's a horrible place, this YouTube now. I wish it was 2016 again. 2016 was such a lovely time to be a YouTuber. You could do anything.
I watched you guys a lot at that time, and it was like, whoa, I'd love to be through the screen. Everyone's getting the clicks on everything.
And then you come into the screen and you realise it's a dark and horrible place. Shall we do our new sign off there, Tom? On 3.
With this something we did. We're going to go with it, aren't we? We're going to do it. We're going to do it.
We'll pretend this is the first take and not the second, because the card didn't fail. Are you ready?
Yeah, ready.
3, 2, 1. See you later, aggregator. And it should have gone to black, and if it hasn't, either the end of the video on YouTube doesn't allow us to do that, or Joel, who's editing this, has had a bad day in the office.
What he might have done is left this in, so if he has, probably by now we're scrunched up in the corner, and there's a bunch of other videos and stuff around here.
So click on them.
They look, if we're still here,
I'll tell you what, if you're at work today, just leave YouTube, just go on Cultaholic, just go on any playlist, right, and just click the first video and just let the playlist play through. All the adverts, everything, and we'll suck you off. Adam says that all the time, doesn't he, people? We'll sack you off.
He does. I don't know how Alex would feel about it.
What, if we offered to suck her off?
Yeah, that. Love you, bye.